The good people at Rockpool Publishing sent me this deck. For the purposes, it's a gift, and it's for the purposes of doing an honest review. And that's exactly what we're going to do right now. I picked this one specifically because I really love the crone energy on the front of the box, and I'm hoping there are more crones in here. I'm very drawn to crone decks. Crone decks is basically decks that have a celebration and an appreciation for older people, male and female. I'm 47, so I'm starting to be a crone. I think I already am a crone if I'm not mistaken. And if I'm not, I'm definitely I'm definitely on the threshold. And I'm starting to look for more of these depictions in the decks that I collect. So I noticed that it was black and white. I'm not always a black and white girly, but then when I looked on the back of it, I saw that it had this cool green hue to it. There are 36 cards. I'm sorry to people who prefer more cards, but it looks like it's definitely worth us giving it our attention. My name is QueenAusetHeru, and thank you for joining me for the wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to anyone and everyone who will like it too. Please drop us a positive comment in the comment section. And if you would like to get a reading done, please email me or hit me up in my email or my social media and make an appointment. Right now, I am working on doing forecasts for 2025. So if you're interested in seeing what's going to happen for you, some of the things that's going to happen for you in 2025, please hit me up. I would love to give you a reading. Now, underneath this video, oh, look at that. Oh, wow. There's a lot written here, guys. There's a lot. They gave us a lot of information in here. One card spreads. So we got some spreads in here. So this is going to be interesting. All right. So right underneath this video, I'm also going to give you guys, this is the bottom. I'm also going to give you guys the link to where you can purchase this deck. This deck is in plastic. It's not in paper. Usually rock pool decks are in paper. So we got an extra layer of plastic here. And like I said before, I'm going to put the direct link to where you can purchase a copy of this deck if you want one. And that's it. So we see there's a lot of gloss here. Very glossy deck. This is the back of the card. So all the cards have this backing. It's interesting. I like the owls. Again, the wisdom, the chrome. So that part is really cool. And I like the size of the card. It's not too big. I like the black. I'm a black girly. I love black and pink for some reason. And okay, got us a beautiful crone here. So let's see. That's one of the last cards. We're going to start from the beginning. All right. I am instantly drawn in. So the burning times, integrity. So let's see. So they're going to be dealing with different time periods, and this is wise woman energy, but specifically is witch energy. So we have older and younger witches, so that's cool. This one is going to be referring to the burning times. Okay, interesting how it's not black and white. It's this green hue. I don't think I have a deck with this like kind of green hue, grayscale, and black. I like that. Oddly enough, I'm not a black and white girly, but I like this. This green and black is doing it for me. Green, black, and gray. Olives, All Hallows Eve. Okay. I love the art though. The art is not complex. It's very simplistic in its beauty. Look at her. Yes. Give me crones. Yes. And beautiful crones. I want to see women naturally aging. In our society, everybody's afraid to get older. A woman starts to get wrinkles, or a man starts to get wrinkles, and everybody's like, oh my God, you got to go get Botox. But I like to see people naturally aging. Look at that. I love the little house in the woods. Because it's like, is it like Hansel and Gretel? Or is it a friendly witch who gives you hot cocoa and a love spell? You know, like, I love that. And you know what else I love about these? There are stories attached to all of these. I don't know all the stories, but I know this particular Ichel is a goddess. And the next one here, I'm going to show you is from the Hindu tradition. So there are stories attached to these, but also I feel like you could look at the pictures and make up your own stories. Um, you can use these with or without the book. I definitely recommend using the book because, as you just saw, the book is very rich and very fat and has lots of information. Bridget from the, I think she's from the Celtic tradition, if I'm not mistaken. But I know it's that part of Europe. Look at that. Oh, the handless maiden. Oh my goodness. I wonder, it's got to be a story to that. See, that's what I'm saying. Some of these have stories, I'm very sure. And some of them, like that cottage, you can make up your own story about that cottage. I love sometimes looking at tarot and oracle decks and making up stories, and journaling. And of course, these are also going to be good for the altar. So if you're working with a particular god, well, I've seen goddesses so far. So if you're working with a particular goddess or a particular concept, like for instance, this one is childlike wonder. Let's say you're trying to be more playful and more childlike and open your heart more in those ways. This could be something you put on your altar and meditate on every day. So these cards could be very helpful with that. It's giving woman, it's giving divine feminine, it's giving self-care. There's another Queen of the Witches, see? It's giving history. There's not a lot of diversity here, though, because it looks to me like these are coming from... Because I did see, we saw the Hindu, we saw her, but most of these look like they're coming from the European traditions, which I don't have a problem with because I actually use, but I would love to see more diversity in the artwork, always. Now we do have some. We have Ichel. We have someone from the Hindu tradition. I think it was Saraswata, if I'm not mistaken. We have her, Mama. I don't know where she's from. The Inca. She's from the Inca people. So I would like to see more of that. But I think these are going to be fun and cool. These would be cool to pair with another witch deck. They would be cool to pair with another divine feminine deck, as well. Especially like if you had like a divine feminine or a witch tarot, you were using, and then paired these, that would go together really nicely. You could of course do a spread, any of the spreads in the book or any spread you have with these. Yeah, see, this is from the Mexican tradition, Day of the Dead. So we do have diversity in here. It's just very European heavy. That's all. Because here's Baba Yaga, and I believe she's from that part of the world too. And when I say that part, I'm talking specifically about Europe. But we're seeing, like this one here, she's a goddess from Alaska, if I'm not mistaken, from the United States. So we're seeing different vibrations from different places, but just a lot of them seem to be from Europe. Here's my girl Lilith. Lilith came to me in a reading the other day, and she's from what is that, Jewish tradition. So we are seeing different traditions here, but we're just seeing a lot from the Greek. I'm seeing Roman, and I'm seeing like Northern and Central Europe, a heavy amount from there. So remember I said they needed more cards? They could add more cards from other parts of the world. That would be cool. That would be so cool. Astara. Oh, this is beautiful. This is our girl Frida. She's definitely from the Latina tradition, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure which one. I just remember reading about her story, and she was just a prolific artist, and she was married to a famous artist, and they had quite the rocky relationship. And whatever it was I saw, I think it was a movie. She had an extraordinary life, beautiful in spirit, extraordinary life. This looks like Cinderella. Oh, it is Cinderella. Okay, Cinderella. Okay, yeah. Because I remember a great deal of these fairy tales. We grew up with these from the Brothers Grimm. A lot of them are. I don't know where she's from. It might be Africa, but she looks familiar. I'm gonna look her up when we're done. Athena. She is from, if I'm not mistaken, the Greek tradition, or Greek or Roman. I always get them two mixed up because they're so similar. Oh, here's my girl Hecate. She's from ancient Europe as well. And then see some of these energies, like for instance, Auset, Isis, Hecate. A lot of the really powerful goddesses traveled. Their followers travel, so you can see them in different parts of the world in different time periods. Practical Magic is one of my favorite movies. I heard there was a book series that's just one of the books. I often think about reading it, reading the book series. I love that movie. Oh, look at her. I don't know where she's from. Wow, beautiful. So I'm glad that it's showing me something. It's teaching me things too, like things I didn't know before. Stevie Nicks, my girl. Love her. I don't even know her music. All I know is I love her aesthetic. Anywhere I've seen her, I'm like, she's just beautiful. Oh, wow. Love that. Yeah, it definitely could have used more diversity of size, um, even location, and even like size, location, even age, because there are a lot of crones in here, but I was expecting more, to be honest with you, because of the name of the deck and because of the picture on the front. I was expecting more of that. So remember I said it's only 36 cards here, so there's room. There's room to add 10 more. Look at her. Nice. So yeah, I do like these. Let's find out some information. We're gonna find a AJA. Is it? I think it might be Aja. I have a friend named Aja, and I have a friend named Asia. So I'm not sure which one this is, but Aja or Asia. We're gonna find you. There you are, ma'am. All right, so we're gonna find her, and and we're gonna read. Now, this is where I think the deck really shows off, in my opinion, because when you go to the person, she's number 27. And does it give us a pronunciation? No, it doesn't. Oh, she's an Orisha. What can I give to others that makes me feel more abundant and grateful by doing so? The Orisha are from West Africa. Remember I said I think she's from Africa? She definitely is. Is she Shango's first wife? Let me see. Asia is an Orisha, a goddess of the Yoruba of West Africa, and several religions of the African diaspora, such as Cuban, Dominican, and Puerto Rican, Santeria, and Brazilian Can Candomblé. I'm not saying that right. Excuse me. She rules over the forest, woodland animals, and herbal healers, and is also known as the Wild Wind, as she is the soul of the woodland and creatures within it. Asia would search for plants with medicinal properties and mix them with herbs and roots to create natural cures for the sick. If someone is carried away by Asia and then returns, they become a powerful babalawo, a witch doctor. Asia peacefully reveals herself to humans who seek her wisdom to teach, guide, and heal them. I'm trying to see. Yeah, it doesn't say. I was looking to see if she was related because I know about the Orisha, but I wasn't sure which one she is. And I was trying to see if she was ever married to Shango, but I don't see that in here. So I'd have to Google her and read more about her. And she may have another name because their names, because it's giving me like, is this similar to Oya? So I'm wondering, but let's read the symbolism. Rather than scaring, or harming humans to keep them away from natural sights, Asia generously extends her realms to humans so we may know the significance and sacredness of the forest and its life forms. Consumerism and greed have caused humanity to commit grave acts of injustice against the earth and its creatures. From fighting wars over natural resources to environmental policies that cause immense harm to the already disenfranchised. Wow. We as a collective have lost our reciprocal and symbiotic relationship with the earth. Ashe. Believing that the earth's abundance provides everything needed to sustain life is a revolutionary idea. As fulfilled and grateful people who live by the law of reciprocity, do not take more than what is needed and respectfully use what is freely given to us by Mother Earth. This is really beautiful. I love what this has to say. This is phenomenal. Reflection. Asia represents the generosity and healing abilities the earth possesses for our bodies, minds, hearts, and spirits. In a consumerist society that thrives on telling us we never have enough, believing in our inherent value and that every life form is generously sustaining life is a radical proposition. If your soul has been in a state of scarcity, you are encouraged to observe the abundance of the natural world around you and, like Asia, share what has been given to you. Know that you are enough and that when you give freely with an open heart, you help heal the world of its many ills. What a beautiful card to pull. Wow. That's really interesting and beautiful. Honestly, I like this. I don't know who wrote this. Let me see who wrote it. Okay. Let me get the creator's name. I like what the creator wrote here. Cheyenne Zarate. I'm not sure if I said that right either. But I like this. This is really cool. This is introspective. I feel like you could use this with clients too. If I was going to use this with a client, though, I probably would just read, I don't know. I might just read them the reflection. I'm not sure. But I really do like this because I more so would use this for myself. This is the kind of deck I will pull a card of the day with. And I would probably meditate and journal about that card. And remember, I said earlier, I would love to sit and write stories based off some of these stories. Even like this, I could write a story about her being in the forest and finding humans and guiding them to being kinder. That would be a cool, moralistic story. Or, something with her leading the other Orisha to bring humanity back to a center. Something epic, like an epic, like an epic, kind of like action movie or something like an action story or something like that. But I really love these. This is really awesome. So I do recommend this deck. There are some things I feel like it could use, but I feel like anybody who wants to use this deck could probably really get use out of it. I'm definitely going to use it. So be looking on my Instagram and my Facebook because you're going to see me talking and using these for my own creative purposes and for readings. Now, you come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.